I think music has a way of cutting through things that a lot of other things can't cut through. I think music is something that even like it cuts through languages, it cuts through cultures, it cuts through barriers, and there's so much power in music. And I think that's why we use it as a tool to help people encounter the presence of the Lord. And so, yeah, I would say that music really, it is. I always say it's like a secret weapon because it really is. It's the thing that you can use to fight for your marriage. It's the thing that you can use to fight for your children. And so I think that's part of the reason that I fell in love with worship at such a young age, not because it was just singing, but because I saw the impact that worship really does have. You can watch people's lives be changed in a moment from a song.
Welcome to the show. I'm so happy that you're here. You are going to be so happy that you're here. My guest today, Lizzy Morgan, is one of a kind. She is a worship leader. She's a songwriter. She has albums. She's got songs. She toured with Lauren Daigle. I could go on and on about her. The thing that I love the most about Lizzy is every song I've heard of hers, you can tell comes from the bottom of her toes to the top of her head. It just comes from her soul. And I just love that. Lizzy, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It means a lot.
Yeah, well, I am so happy you're here. I think you share a birthday with one of my sons, July 14th.
Really? Yes, July
Yes.
14th. I
Yeah,
just had it. Yes.
yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So you started out singing in your grandparents, a church that your grandparents started. How cool is
Yes.
that?
Yeah, I grew up in that church. My grandparents have literally, they're still pastors, same building, been there since I was pretty much born. So yeah, I grew up singing there and just learned so much singing in church and watching my family be in ministry, be musical, and I just always loved it.
Yeah, that's so good. That's so good. I love hearing stories like that too, because
Yeah.
some people walk away or they find
Yeah.
something else, but you've stayed and you pursued your passion and you come from some music.
Yes. Yeah, I do. Yeah. My dad is a gospel singer, so I mean, I watched them really walk it out. And I think what happens a lot of times is PKs, pastors' kids, feel the pressure of it too much and it makes them want to walk away. But for me, it was just like, even if I felt pressure in moments, I loved it so much that I couldn't walk away. I loved it. And so I think that my family did a really good job of making sure that I fell in love with the Lord, that I had my own relationship with him, that I fell in love with the church, that I cared about the church. And so, it is really true that like because they allowed me to have my own relationship with him, I stayed.
Yeah, that's huge. That's so important. I think it's important for everybody because
Yeah.
you want that for your kids. You get
Yes.
to a point where you want them to have their own relationship and not believe things because you do, but
Right.
because they do. And so
Yes.
I'm sure your parents are thrilled that
Yeah.
for this. So it's
I
so good.
think so.
Yeah. And tell me about your songwriting uh, career. Like,
Yeah, so songwriting has been the thing that, like, if I'm honest, it's been the thing that's been the newest for me. I didn't grow up writing songs. I wasn't around a lot of songwriters, but I um I kind of got thrown into it is really what happened, and I just tried to learn it over time. And I think the most important thing that I've learned about songwriting is that you just have to be vulnerable enough. I think the best songwriters are people who are willing to walk in a room and show their scars, tell their stories, and just be as vulnerable as they can be. And I think I've learned that those really do produce the best songs. And so that's been my goal. I might not be the one who has the catchiest melody or the best lyric, but I've learned that if I walk in the room and I give them a testimony to work with, that they can get a song.
yeah, yeah. Well, and music is so healing. It's so
Yeah.
powerful.
Yes.
Like I remember songs from when I was 4 years old or whatever, right? You remember the words, lyrics stick in your head. And
Yeah.
there's something just so special about music that it does
Yes.
that. And so it can be so refreshing.
Yeah.
it can build people up. It can help people heal their hearts. And
Yeah.
music does all of that.
Yes. It really does. Yeah. I think music has a way of cutting through things that a lot of other things can't cut through. I think music is something that even like it cuts through languages, it cuts through cultures, it cuts through barriers, and there's so much power in music. And I think that's why we use it as a tool to help people encounter the presence of the Lord. And so, yeah, I would say that music really, it is. I always say it's like a secret weapon because it really is. It's the thing that you can use to fight for your marriage. It's the thing that you can use to fight for your children. And so I think that's part of the reason that I fell in love with worship at such a young age, not because it was just singing, but because I saw the impact that worship really does have. You can watch people's lives be changed in a moment from a song.
Absolutely. And there's nothing more wonderful than going into a place that has incredible praise and worship and
Yeah.
being transported to a whole different place.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
crazy. It's so
it is.
true.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it just changes your week. It changes your day. It changes your life. And I love that it's so
Yeah.
informative.
Yeah. I think I've even learned like I've learned the power of it because it can be powerful in a negative way as well. And so I've really learned like, if I'm feeling down, like I can turn on a worship song and it'll shift the whole atmosphere in my house, and really learning the tools just the same way that if I turn on crap, a crap song, like it's gonna make me feel terrible and it's gonna make me feel weak and not feel like I'm strong in my faith in the moment. And so I've just learned over the years the power that music has and like not taking it lightly. I think a lot of people think it's no big deal to just turn on a song that is, I keep saying crap, but you know what I mean? Something that's negative or full of junk. And they wonder why they feel the way they do, but it's like you've been listening to these lyrics, letting them get in your spirit, and that stuff is powerful and it really does affect you.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, we've been talking about that, the power of music. It is so powerful. And I love that you brought up like you go about your day and then you turn on great music. It
Yeah,
changes your day.
it does.
It changes everything. You washing dishes, turn on some great music. Doing laundry, turn on some
Yes,
music. I
a
mean, the
100%.
laundry, yeah, it's so much more tolerable.
Yes, it is for
Anything.
sure.
Yeah, yeah. So I love it that you do that. I mean, how does it feel to know that the words that you sing have that kind of power and the music that you put out there has that kind of power?
Yeah, I think I'm very aware of it because I don't take it lightly and I don't ever want to take it lightly. That, anytime I get on a stage, that God has allowed me to be in a position to speak into people's lives and to to lead them to an encounter, in his presence. And so I think the problem is that the more you do something, the natural thing is that it becomes very normal and you kind of forget the weight of it. And so I think something along my journey is I've just really tried to remind myself every time before I get on a stage, record a song, do an interview, whatever it may be, is that God is allowing me to do this. And like it has to carry weight. It has to carry weight. This is so important. Like we're helping build ideas about God. People, we are like helping people form their ideas about God when we talk about him, when we sing about him. And that's so important. And so I think, the more I do it, I just try to keep remembering this is important. This is not just singing songs. This is important. Like you are helping people encounter the presence of the Lord. You're helping them get to a place in his presence. And so I value it a lot, but I also know the weight of it and I feel the weight of it. And I don't ever want to get to a place where I don't. I don't ever want it to become normal to me.
I love that. I love that. Well, and you can tell when I hear you sing, when people hear you sing that you do keep that in the forefront because
Thank you.
yeah, because like I said at the beginning, I mean, when you sing, you are a whole body singer.
I am. I really am. It's bad.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
I don't think it's bad. I think it's fantastic.
Thank
I
you.
have to say, there's only so many singers that are like that. That it is
Wow.
every single part of you is singing. And it just comes out so strong and so beautifully. And I love it. I love what you do.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. That really does mean a lot to me. I do. When I go up on stage, I'm ready to pour every bit of myself out on the platform or wherever I am. So to see that someone sees it means a lot to me. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure I am one of many, many, many who see it. So yeah,
Wow.
that's great. So you toured with Lauren.
Yes.
Was that a
Yeah.
good time?
Yeah. I started with Lauren when I was 21. I'm 28 now. I think I was with her for about 4 years, which is just crazy. But yeah, I think this season with Lauren was really a God thing for me. I think I didn't know why God was allowing it to happen back then, but now I see it very clearly that I was there to learn from her. And I just remember watching her. I remember watching her not just sing on stage, but I remember how she would walk off the stage and she would talk to the security guy, and she would talk to the people that were working behind the scenes, and she would take time to learn their names. And I remember learning that from her, and even watching her do interviews, wake up early in the morning and do interviews and do shows, and just the fast pace of this thing. And I was really, really grateful that she allowed me to see the good and the bad and all the things that happen when you're doing this kind of career. And so I really do think that God had me there for a reason, and it was to learn. I really learned so much from Lauren. She is a good example of what it really means to walk this thing out. She's not one person on stage and something off the stage. And so I was really, really grateful that I got to learn from her.
Yeah, yeah, what an experience. I imagine. I was at a concert. I wonder if you were there. It was
Yeah,
the night before the shutdown
I was there.
in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yep.
Yeah, oh my gosh. And the concert was so amazing. And it was like my last touch of reality
Yeah.
before the whole shutdown
Yes.
just went crazy. And so thank you for doing that. Thank you for being brave enough and for being there. The concert was amazing. So
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you for that. So
Thank
what's your dream?
Gosh, that's such a good question that no one asked. My dream, when I was younger, I probably would have said, "Oh, I want to sing in front of a bunch of people and I want to have big hit songs and all that stuff." And while maybe some of that is true, I think the older I have gotten, my dream is really to fulfill the will of God that He has for me. And I'm not just saying that in a churchy way. I genuinely mean that from the bottom of my heart. I have I've had moments where I am being the author of my own story, orchestrating my own destiny, planning out my own future. And the more I've done that, the more every single day I wake up trying to say, Lord, whatever it is that you have for me, I really want that. So help me to say yes to the things you want me to say yes to and to say no to the things that you want me to say no to. And so I know that sounds Christianese, but it really is the truth for me right now. That's part of the reason we named the record Not My Will, because it matters so much to me that when I am 100 years old, however old I end up being, that I look back on my life and I say, I did what God called me to do, and I didn't miss anything that He wanted me to do. And I was really in the will of God. And so I think, and the reason I say that is because I know that it's better than anything I could think of. I know that. And so I want to get to that place where I experience all that He has for me. And I mean, I pray that it's partly that I get to keep making music and leading people in worship and building the church. I love the church. I will always love the church. And I think it's something that I hope to be a part of for the rest of my days. And so, yeah.
That is a great dream. I love that. I love that. You know, I'm a lot older than you are. And one of the things that I've discovered in life that I've come to is I
Yeah.
really believe that to fulfill your purpose, to be in God's will, is to be fully and completely you, to
Yep.
be who God has created you to be. And if you can
So
be
good.
who God has created you to be, then you know you are doing it right. You know that you're in His will and doing it right. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. That's great advice.
Yeah, well, and but you're there. I mean, it's wonderful to see your heart for the Lord and your heart for people, because really that's what it comes down to, right? I mean, you're not just
Yeah.
singing alone in the shower.
Yes. Yes. 100%.
Yeah. So you're sharing it with all of us. I appreciate that so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what is life like for you now with everything you got going on? And
It's crazy. My life is crazy, but it's been crazy since I was 21. I've literally been on the road since I was 21. So it's all I know. I just went from traveling on a tour bus to traveling on planes now. So I love it. I live in Nashville. My grandparents have a church here that I serve at when I'm home. My family's here. I'm the oldest of six, and my siblings are everything to me. When I'm home, they're who I want to be with. They're my best friends. I love my family. And so I do that when I'm home. And then I work out in San Jose, California at a church. So I fly out there twice a month and serve at a church called Redemption that I love. And have gotten to build so much out there. I'm a part of a worship collective called Red Worship that I'm really proud of what we're doing. And so I'm getting to make music with them and then traveling and just getting to be a part of people's movements and their conferences and different churches all around the world. And I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. That is my life right now, and I'm so happy.
it sounds like a great life. It sounds like
Yeah.
you're doing exactly what you're created to do. So that is so, so great. And your new album is amazing.
Thank you.
Every single song is going to be a hit. I just know it.
Wow.
So
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. How can people buy your album? How can they reach out to you?
Yeah, it releases August 22nd. We have two singles out right now, but on August 22nd, it'll be on all streaming platforms. They can go listen to it. They can also go pre-save it. The link is in my Instagram bio. My IG handle is Lizzy_Viv. And yeah, I'm posting about it all the time, really promoting it, trying to get the word out there, but it'll be everywhere August 22nd.
Awesome. Awesome. Buy it. Everybody go and buy it and enjoy and listen to Lizzie, because it is absolutely fantastic. You will be happy that you did. Lizzie, thank you so much for being with
Thank
me today.
you. Thank you so much. I'm grateful I got to do this.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to see where you go. You're just doing it. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being with me today. Till we see each other again, I just pray that you keep your heart open and you live your love loud.
Thank you.